What's up guys, it's Alpha Raptor here, and today I'm bringing you guys a new tutorial, the Dragonbone Greatsword from Skyrim. I went on ahead and printed out these two images, one for detail and the other one so I could get my measurements. It is all done in centimeters, and this is my scale size, 5.37, so I'll be taking all these numbers, multiplying by that to get my final size. The final length for the Dragonbone will be 56 inches or 142 centimeters. To get started with this project, you will need 5 planks of balsa wood. The planks that I bought here are 36 inches in length by 4 inches wide and a quarter of an inch thick. I bought them from Michael's. They are also sold in Hobby Lobby, or if you don't have access to either of those places, you may buy them off Amazon. Take 2 of your planks and cut away a piece that is 50.6 centimeters in length. Once you got that done, you will take two more planks and line them up. You will have to glue your pieces, your 50.6 centimeter pieces, onto your full plank right here, and glue it down using either wood glue or Gorilla Glue. You will need to do that to another plank as well, and then when you're done, just flip it and glue them both together like this. Now that I have drawn out my pattern onto the sword, onto the plank, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this out. Right. You could easily draw the pattern on here if you follow your measurements correctly and precise. You can see here I drew a middle line and then drew lines where this will need to be this point and by this exact enough to get a much closer cut when it gets to smaller detail areas. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I've cut out the blade. You can see here, it's still very square shape around these parts where it's just been cut out. For this ring, at the end, I actually broke it off into 4 pieces. I cut it. You can see here where I glued it back. It was right here, and I did that in order so I could easily carve out the inside of it, and then I put it back together using Gorilla Glue. Alright, you can also see that I've also started giving it some sharpness onto the edge of the blade. Okay, as you can see here, I have now started sharpening the blade, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that right now. So you want to take your hobby knife and start carving away at the edge as you go. Because this is 2 blades put together, you will know when to start cutting as soon as you get to this center line you see right here. That is your center, and that's where you do not want to cut past, right there. Okay, now once you've done that, you take a sandpaper sponge or sanding sponge. This one is a 60, and you just want to start taking it and go upwards like this. It's important that you go upwards so as to you not break off the wood. When you, because if you to go down, you would actually start chipping and breaking the wood. So make sure you go up when you're doing this part. And some 100 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to put it in between there so I can get a nice flat surface. And with that, I'm just going to start sanding it down again. Now that's done, I'm going to show you how to make these little ridges. Alright, to get those ridges, you want to have not the good side, or the good edge of your sandpaper, You can go along up to that point and press down and create that little serration. I'm going to actually cover the blade in fiberglass because, as you can see right there, there is a crack. It did break. I went inside to eat, and during that time my little brother came out here and started messing with it and broke it. So I've now glued it back together, but I am going to reinforce it with fiberglass. So I'm gonna go do that. I'll put in the link to my previous video on how to mix fiberglass resin, so you guys can learn follow that. I now just finished placing the fiberglass onto the sword. You guys can see here, it's just 2 strips of fiberglass on this side and 3 on this side to reinforce the part where it broke. And also right here, you can see this line. There we go. This line right here is another weak point. So you want to make sure that you can do the fiberglass onto the sword to especially reinforce these areas where the cracks are, so that you don't get a broken sword, how I did here. Okay, so I've now just finished drawing up the pattern, you see, of the metal decorative piece for the sword, and I already cut one out, part way out with the little, I don't know, I forget what these are called. I just like to use them to make them look as rivets. So I already got those on there as well. And this is easily done just by following your scale. Just take your measurements here, this is 0.3, and then multiply it by a scale of 5.37, and just do the rest of that for that, and you will get an identical pair of these. Okay, so what I actually did was I drew one up, which is this one. I cut it, and then I traced the outline onto here. But this is what you want to get before this, and this is, once again, I'll say it, a cardstock paper, illustration board. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on, just onto the sword, just like that.